Hello, Nevada County. We're dedicating September and October to the topic of local housing, so today I'm continuing in that vein. Specifically, today I'm going to talk about a tool meant to help solve the problems of producing and preserving affordable housing for low-income folks, especially in the midst of real estate booms that can be pretty devastating to the people who are priced out of their communities. Developers seeking a profit jump on the opportunities to rehab or rebuild homes in cool, up-and-coming areas for which they then get top dollar, which makes them happy and makes the people who can afford them happy. But what about the other guys? Perhaps no phrase sparks joy in the politically moderate heart quite like public-private partnership. Even back in the 1980s, people were getting creative with it. In '86, a federal program was implemented that encouraged public-private partnerships to expand the availability of affordable housing by making it more profitable for investors, the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit, or LIHTC. California jumped on board in '87 and created a state LIHTC. The incentive is a dollar-for-dollar reduction in federal and state tax liabilities for private developers and investors when they provide financing to construct new or renovate affordable housing. Then, owners need to keep the units rent restricted and available to low-income tenants for at least 30 years. There's an application process, cost certification, and submission of compliance forms that must be done on an annual basis to make sure that everyone's holding up their end of the bargain. Quick disclaimer, that was a very simple explanation of a very complicated tax credit. If you want to know more, talk to a CPA because I'm definitely not getting into the nitty-gritty. Let's zoom down into Nevada County here. We're on a roll with developers taking advantage of this tax credit program. We've actually been benefiting from the LIHTC since 1989 when the Grass Valley Senior Apartments were built. Between then and 2015, 1,282 low-income restricted housing units have been placed in service throughout Nevada County using LIHTC funds, including the town of Truckee. After 2015, there was a lull in investors taking advantage of the program, but over the past couple years, several LIHTC programs have popped up, including the Lone Oak Senior Apartments in Penn Valley, which will have 31 new units of affordable senior housing, the Frischman Hollow 2 project in the town of Truckee, 67 low-income units, the Brunswick Commons project, which will be 28 units of low-income housing and 12 units of permanent supporting housing for chronically homeless individuals with severe mental illness who are receiving support services from the county's Department of Behavioral Health, and Cashin's Field in Nevada City, 51 affordable units. There are more developers jumping on this opportunity, renewing properties' LIHTC statuses, and adding low-income housing to existing developments in order to qualify for the tax credits. Back in June 2020, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed the 2020 Budget Act for the state of California, and this act included a $500 million expansion of the LIHTC. In its 2021 housing report, the California Housing Partnership made several policy recommendations, including making last year's $500 million LIHTC injection annual and permanent. So, public-private partnership investors, what's the next affordable housing project going to be? It has been my privilege to bring you a brief piece on a local political issue. Again, I'm dedicating September and October to local housing. Email me at ncnpolitics@gmail.com to comment on this piece or suggest a topic for a future segment. And remember, when it comes to politics, if you're not at the table, you might be on the menu. Thanks for staying informed, Nevada County.